This video series is being done to teach children to learn the basics of photography. I have a 6-year-old that don't have a lot of time at home that has an interest in photography, and I'm unable to show her when I'm there. So I'm doing a video series basically to teach her how to do what she needs to do. I believe it should be helpful for other children because I will be teaching how to handle the camera, where you can touch it, where you can't touch it, how to load, where to look for batteries, how to load the batteries, the media sources that it uses to record on. We'll be showing them how to use the software then to load the pictures they take on a computer. I will be using all open source software to make it easy. That way they're not having to put out a lot of money. All you really need to do this is a point and shoot camera. Nothing fancy. It's pretty simple. Really, that doesn't increase a lot of expense. First thing they need to learn is the camera. First thing is, you don't touch the glass. This is where your camera sees. Whatever goes through that glass, the camera sees. If it gets fingerprints, dirt, or whatever, it will show up in your prints. There's just no way around it. If you have problems with it, you can get these little lens cleaners, and there's other sources to clean the lens. You just clean the lens. You have an adult do it. Kids really don't need to be doing it because they can scratch the lens, which would damage the camera. If you have one of these lens covers, they work great for transporting it. Some of them are like this camera, where you just have a little lever that you slide back and forth. That closes and opens the lens cover. Or like this one, just a little lever. Protects the lens. Second thing is the batteries. Cameras use multitude of batteries. Some use little cartridges like this. Some use these cartridges. They have different cartridges. You'll notice they all have metal contacts on them. So when you put a battery in a camera, the first thing you need to do is look on the bottom of the camera. You'll see where the batteries go. And when you look down inside the hole, you can see the contacts inside there where the battery connects. Just line it up, push it in. It should go easy. It shouldn't take any force. Everything should go nice and smooth. Second thing to look at is the memory card. And all batteries have different memory. Cameras use different. This is CF card, which is used in a lot of the higher end cameras, some of the older cameras. Then you've got the SDs, which is pretty much standard. A lot of cameras use these. They also use what they call a micro SD, which is really small. It doesn't really, I mean, it is small. It doesn't work well with small fingers. But they do have what they call an adapter. You just slide it in, and you can install that in the camera. And when installing this, you want to kind of look down the hole, see where the contacts are, just like the battery. It should just go in nice and simple. If it doesn't go in right, you just try it again, different direction. It clicks in, no pressure. Next thing you need to realize is, once they have the batteries in, you do have your card in, you just basically turn the camera on. All of them turn on different, but for the most part, they do turn on. Have a switch, and it'll be marked on off. Some have, like this one, have multiple adjustments where you can set it to different ranges, different positions. Also have readout on it. Some of them have the side eye on the back. Others have the little lens where you can see the picture as you're taking it, which see, it's pretty good. It's just gives you an idea of what's going to happen when you take the picture. Then pretty much all that's left to do once you've done all that, let's hold the camera up, snap a picture. On the next video, we'll go over setting up. Let's go out and take some pictures and transfer everything over to the computer. So we'll see you on the next video.